Hey guys, this is the Betamax Man here. Welcome to another video. This is another LaserDisc pickups video. So I picked up these LaserDiscs within the last couple of months, and I have these regular LaserDiscs to show you, and then I have a whole bunch of Star Trek LaserDiscs to show you. But I'm going to show the Star Treks in a separate video. They deserve a video all on their own, just separate from these. And the last disc of this video that I'm going to show you is a disc that I've been searching for a couple of years, and it's really rare. So anyway, without further ado, let's get started, and we'll start taking a look at the really neat collection that I got in the last couple of months. So this is pretty awesome to have these in my collection. So first off, we got the late 90s movie release of Lost in Space. So this was the movie, came out in, I believe, 98, if I remember right. I'm going by memory here, but I believe this came out in 98. When this first came out, when it was released on videotape, my dad rented the VHS of this movie, and we watched it. The whole family watched it together. So that was pretty cool. And actually, my dad didn't have to. I don't think he rented it. I think he borrowed it from his boss. My dad used to work for a few years. Back in the late 90s, he worked for a KOA campground, and the husband and wife that owned the KOA campground, well, the husband had the campground and the wife had a little store, little mini grocery store, and she also purchased VHS tapes to rent. But one of the perks is that the employees could borrow a movie and watch it and then bring it back, so they didn't have to. And my dad was an employee, so he didn't have to pay to borrow the movie. So we borrowed the movie, and Dad watched it, and I watched it, the whole family watched it, and we enjoyed it. And my dad later on went out and bought it on VHS when it came out. So here we go. Then we'll show you the back. But we did have, in the late 90s, we had where we lived at that time, we had two places. We had Movie Time, and then we had Blockbuster, and those were the two rental companies that we had. So those were the other two choices. But due to the fact that my dad was an employee at that campground, he could borrow a movie for free and then bring it back the next day. So there is the back. Yeah, I remember when this movie came out. And here we have the first three episodes of season 1 of Lost in Space, the original TV series from the 50s and 60s. So this one is an interesting series. And there is the back. As you can see, you get episodes 1, 2, and 3 from season 1. So this is the first 3, and Episode 1 is a two-parter, I believe, if I remember right. So there's that one. Now we have National Lampoon's Vacation, and with Chevy Chase. And this is the pan and scan version. So this would have been the same version that would have been put on beta and VHS. I'm not sure if they had a widescreen version available on LaserDisc. They probably did. I just don't know for sure. And we have a really cool Western movie, The Man Who Shot Liberty Valance. And John Wayne, James Stewart, all the old-time actors, really good actors. My dad watched this movie quite often, and this was one of my dad's favorite movies, and so I always watched it with him. And when I was little, I didn't fully understand the movie, but now as an adult, I understand the movie, so it's much better to watch it now than it was when I was a kid. And there's the back. You got another movie called Ghosts of Mississippi. And unfortunately this is a rental copy, and had I known this was a rental copy, I wouldn't have bought it, because rental copies are usually abused and scratched. This one's had a sticker that I tried to remove, but if I try to remove any more of the sticker, it'll damage the artwork. So I just kind of left it that way. Can't really get it off, so the sticker's going to be on there forever. But if I would have known that this was a rental copy, I wouldn't have got it. Because like I said, they usually are pretty scratched. So next we have one that I think I've seen before, shown before, but I wasn't quite sure, so I thought I'd include it in this video. National Geographic, Jerusalem. I always have a hard time pronouncing that. Jerusalem. Within these walls. Visit the historic old city and meet its diverse people. So I'm going to pan the camera down so you can't see what's underneath this one, but the last one I'm going to show you is really rare, and it's one I've been searching for a couple of years and finally was able to get a copy. So let me flip this one over and I'll pan the camera down. And there is the back. So this next one is a really cool find, and I'm glad that I have it in my collection, because it's definitely a rare one. We have, ready for it, wait for it, booyah! Ernest Goes to Camp. Yeah, this is a pretty rare LaserDisc. And pretty awesome LaserDisc. So there's the back, and of course this is pan and scan, but that's okay. I'm just happy to have the movie on LaserDisc. It's just awesome to have this on LaserDisc. I would like to buy it on Blu-ray as well, so one of these days I'll hopefully get it on Blu-ray. But this LaserDisc was quite pricey. This was, cost me a couple $100 to get this one. But it was worth the $200 just to have it. You know, just to say that, hey, I have something that's really rare, and it happens to be one of my favorite Ernest movies of all time. So, I mean, this is really great. I love this movie. I can watch this movie at least once or twice a year. Because Jim Varney was a very funny and entertaining guy. I like the school bus picture there. And the picture where they got them all wrapped up in gauze. Yeah, pretty cool. And then that's when they're making him taste something that he doesn't want to taste. And the Camp Kickakee logo on the back, and the turtle, and a squirrel. It's kind of cool. But I have some of the Ernest movies. I have Ernest Goes to Jail, Ernest Scared Stupid, Ernest Saves Christmas, and now I have Ernest Goes to Camp. So now I actually have 4 movies now, and I'm searching for some of the other ones. I'd like to get, Slam Dunk Ernest. I used to have that stuff on DVD, but I don't know more. I'd much rather have it on LaserDisc, because LaserDisc is better in my opinion. Way better than DVD. And it was definitely worth the $200 to have. This was pretty rare. When I was looking for this movie, there were 3 listings, and 2 of them sold overnight. And I knew that if I didn't buy this one, I was going to miss out permanently. That who knows when it would ever come available again on eBay. So I snatched it up as soon as I could, because it was something that, like I said, I had to get right away. But that's it. So, and the next video that I do, the next LaserDisc videos, is going to be Star Trek, because I picked up quite a few Star Trek discs. And I picked up way more Star Trek discs than I thought I was going to pick up last couple months. But anyway, there it is, guys. There is the last of the laser discs for this particular video. So join in next time for the Star Trek one. So just stay tuned and you'll see the Star Trek ones. So this is the Betamax Man signing off.